The streaming platform giant has consistently been bringing a variety of fresh shows, films, and documentaries of different genres year after year. 2021 is no different, since we're seeing a new lineup of series and movies, as well as returning series, such as the long-awaited return of The Witcher, and the third installment of the thrilling and suspenseful You, as a continuation from the previous one. So for today's video, we'll be giving you a list of everything that's coming to Netflix this 2021. But before you proceed, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you'll make sure not to miss any of our new releases. Without further ado, let's get to it. A lot of love and a lot of current updates this February. This February, we see the debut of several new shows on Netflix original films as well. We have the premiere of 3 new reality series, namely Buried by the Bernards, Nadia Bakes, and Canine Intervention. Buried by the Bernards tells the story of the Bernards, a family that offers burial packages that include virtual funeral services and even drive-through viewings, helping people grieve over their past loved ones. Nadia Bakes is another series by the Great British Baking Show winner Nadia Hussain, following the first hit of Nadia's Time to Eat. This time around, we'll be seeing this charming baker make a series of confectionery delights in her kitchen. And the third new reality series for February is Canine Intervention, which showcases dog training tips from veteran Oakland-based dog trainer Jess Leverett. Also this month, we have 3 new movies coming up. Of course, the third and final installment of the To All the Boys series premiered right before Valentine's Day. In this film, we're seeing how Laura Jean and Peter Kavinsky's love story develops before the two set off to college, wherein the lovers' relationship is put to the test. Aside from that, we have I Care a Lot, an American dark comedy thriller film led by the charismatic Rosamund Pike as Marla Grayson, a conniving legal guardian who cons elderly people of their assets, but she soon meets a client who has an equally ruthless relative that finally comes into par with her. The third movie coming into the streaming platform is entitled Call Me Crazy, another dark comedy film about a man who voluntarily admits himself to a psychiatric hospital to spend more time with a woman who lives there after he spends one special night with her. A new documentary also lands in this list entitled Pelé, about the famed Brazilian soccer player Pelé, who is regarded as the greatest soccer player of all time. For series, Netflix got 4 new releases, namely The Crew, Behind Her Eyes, Tribes of Europa, and Ginny in Georgia. In the series titled The Crew, it tells the story of a NASCAR chief played by Kevin James who's having trouble adjusting to the times with his new team made up of younger individuals. Behind Her Eyes, on the other hand, is a miniseries based on Sarah Pinborough's novel that revolves around a single mother who develops an affair with her new boss and later on befriends his wife. Then we moved on to Tribes of Europa, a German sci-fi series that's set in 2070, wherein 3 siblings set out to change the fate of Europe after a global catastrophe fractures it into countless microstates fighting for dominance. Ginny in Georgia is a drama about a mother and daughter duo, with the daughter Ginny acting more mature than her mother Georgia. The two relocate to a small town to start anew, but problems start arising as the mother's past comes bubbling to the surface. Marching forward with new releases this March. This month, we have 3 new series, a docu-series, another new reality series, and 4 new movies. Starting the list of series, we have Dealer, a French thriller that tells the story of a young music video director getting caught up in a gang war when he agrees to shoot a video for a drug dealer trying to break into the rap scene. Next, we have the sci-fi series entitled The One, which is based on the John Mars novel, where it tells of a future where finding that predestined soulmate is as easy as looking at a DNA sample. Country Comfort also debuts this month of March, which stars Katharine McPhee as Bailey, a struggling country singer who takes a job as a nanny for Beau in the hopes of forming a new band with the kids. Then we have a Spanish action crime drama, Sky Rojo, which traces 3 prostitutes who flee from their pimp and his henchmen. We also have a new docu-series about basketball called Last Chance U Basketball, a drama that focuses on the community college team, the East Los Angeles College Huskies, on their journey to play the California State Championship. Marriage or Mortgage, a new reality series, showcases couples who have an option to decide between their dream wedding or dream house, in which a wedding planner and a veteran realtor presents to the couple their ideas and tries to win them over. For the movies, Moxie starts the lineup for this month. The film is directed by and stars Amy Poehler, an adaptation of Jennifer Matthews' novel of the same name. The story follows a high school girl who establishes an underground zine, as inspired by her mother's rebellious past. Then we have the animated Indian film Bombay Rose, about a Hindu woman who runs away to avoid her arranged marriage and finds herself falling in love with a local flower seller. Next, we have a new family movie entitled Yes Day, which stars Jennifer Garner and Edgar Ramirez. In the film, the two play a married couple who pledge yes to everything their kids ask. This is the definition of asking for trouble if you ask me. Struggle Alley, on the other hand, is a drama film set in Istanbul that follows a man who discovers a young boy hiding in his workplace, a waste warehouse. The man then decides to do all he can to reunite the boy with his family. Worth the wait films and series. Now that we packed up February and March, here are some of the other films and series worth waiting for, so keep an eye out. You might see a familiar series or two in the list ahead. Shadow and Bone, coming this April 23rd, is a big-budget fantasy film that inspired by Lee Berdugo's Grisha trilogy. Shadow and Bone follow a world enveloped in perpetual darkness and an orphaned teenager who discovers that she may have the power to change the world. Army of the Dead, scheduled for release within this year, is another renowned filmmaker, Zack Snyder's works entitled Army of the Dead, a zombie movie. And it's not just any zombie movie, since it also involves a heist and stars Huma Qureshi, Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, and Tig Notaro. Don't Look Up. Up next is another film of a political satirical genre, which is somewhat of a comedy, entitled Don't Look Up, which is written, directed, and produced by Adam McKay and stars Jennifer Lawrence and Leonardo DiCaprio in the lead roles. Tasked to inform the public of a destructive comet approaching the Earth, Fear Street. If you're a fan of horror, then this film right here is for you. Adopted from famed novelist R.L. Stine, Fear Street is something worth waiting for. It revolves around a group of teenagers based in a small town in Ohio who investigates a string of murders that are somehow related to one another. The Harder They Fall. Coming up, we have an action drama starring Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield, and Idris Elba, which is about a man who seeks vengeance on the person who murdered his parents. Red Notice. Fans of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson will be celebrating his return in Red Notice, wherein he stars alongside Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, in which an Interpol agent is tasked to hunt down and capture the world's most wanted art thief. The Woman in the Window. Attention all Amy Adams enthusiasts, get over here. Adams stars in the thriller film about a woman who suffers from agoraphobia and witnesses a disturbing crime take place through the window of an apartment across from hers. The Woman in the Window is an adaptation of the novel of the same name by A.J. Finn. Kissing Booth 3. The To All the Boys franchise is not the only one concluding this year. Kissing Booth 3 is also closing off its franchise, and finally, we'll get to see which of the Flynn boys will win Elle's heart. Ozark Season 4. The final season of Ozark is near. In this season, the birds are diving deep with dangerous people. Now, the cartel boss, Omar Navarro, and the FBI. And it's only a matter of time before things fall apart and hell breaks loose. The Witcher 2. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Geralt of Rivia finally returns after 2 years of absence, and this time, there's been speculation that Season 2 will adapt The Blood of Elves, the first book of the main Witcher series. We may see a much older Ciri and witness Yennefer's quest on becoming the greatest sorcerer, and of course, we ought to see Jaskier and his songs. Sex Education Season 3. Class resumes in the never-boring Mordell Secondary, and everybody's pretty horny as they should be, but there's still a lot to unpack this upcoming season, including Jean's unexpected pregnancy. We'll see what Otis will be up to and maybe get a better look at Maeve's tragic home life, so stay tuned for more. Stranger Things Season 4. Stranger Things is also coming soon to 2021, and this time around, the Hawkins gang needs to find a way to get Hopper out of Russia. We may also get a hint of the 80s interpretation of the Cold War, so there's a lot to look forward to. You, Season 3. He's back. For our final entry in the list, in this upcoming season of You, we see Joe setting his eyes on a new target, a blonde woman named Natalie, who just happened to be engrossed in a book he's quite fond of. But his equally bloodlusting girlfriend, Love, is also pregnant this season, so it makes you wonder what'll happen to this odd couple. And that concludes the list of everything that's coming to Netflix this 2021. There's a lot more, but these are the ones we found worth sharing with everybody. Before you go, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel with notifications on. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.